All right. So, hello, everybody. Good to see you. So glad you're able to join me today. I'm Cindy Baker, and I help distracted entrepreneurs and professionals master their focus, organize their time and space, and finally follow through on what matters most without trying to force themselves into systems that don't fit their brains. And so today we have a great topic. Speaking of distractions, we're talking about from scattered to strategic, mastering focus in a distracted world. So if you are here live, please say hi in the chat. If you like what you're hearing, please like it, subscribe, comment, do all the things that help me with that algorithm so it'll show it to more people. Um, we're having a thunderstorm here, so hopefully we won't lose power or lose internet or anything like that. But please say hi if you're joining live, and let me know if you're watching the replay as well. Um, so if you've ever sat down to work and then found yourself cleaning your inbox, rewriting your to-do list for the fourth time, or doom scrolling instead of doing the thing, then you're in the right place. Because I work with entrepreneurs, professionals, and creatives, many of whom have ADHD or ADHD-like brains. And one of the most common things that I hear is, I know what I should be doing, but I just can't seem to do it. Anybody relate to that? So today I want to show you how to go from scattered and reactive to strategic and focused, because that's what matters when it comes to growing your business. Um, and you don't need to try to be somebody that you're not. You don't need more discipline. You just need a system that works with your brain, not against it. So let's talk about the truth about focus. I'll start by clearing up a big myth. Focus is not a character trait. It's a skill. And it's a skill that you can build. That we live in the most distracting time in human history. So you're not broken if you struggle to focus. It is very common. You're human. And if you're creative, entrepreneurial, or maybe you have ADHD, then you're in good company, right? Your brain is actually wired to be interested in everything. But here's the twist. The same brain that gets distracted easily is often the same brain that can hyper focus on the right thing. So if the environment and the strategy are right, you can just hyper focus. So here's what I want you to remember. You're not lazy. You're not unmotivated. You're likely overwhelmed, overstimulated, and undersupported by traditional productivity systems. But we're going to fix that today. So, so what are some signs that you're operating in scatter mode? Um, Before I do that, let me know in the chat that how many of you um, feel scattered at times. Let me know in the chat. And uh, if you're scattered right now, if you're trying to multitask, then I want you to turn off your phone, close the tabs, and focus on this, because I think this is really going to help you. So let's talk about what scattered looks like. These are all the things that my clients say when they first come to me. Things like, I start 5 things, but I don't finish any of them. Or I jump from task to task all day. Or I feel like I'm working all the time, but nothing important is getting done. Some people say, I don't trust myself to follow through. In fact, that's one of the things that holds people back from joining my coaching program, is they think they're going to have to rely on their own discipline like they've tried in the past. And they're like, I don't want to pay the money to join coaching because I don't trust myself to follow through. It doesn't work like that, because I teach you how to get things done even when you don't feel like it. And I provide the support and the accountability and the structure that you need to implement those strategies. But I digress. So if any of those things sound familiar, I'm sorry, but my little dog, it's okay, sweetie. She's down underneath my desk and she is shaking because it is thundering outside. Anyway, I'm trying to rub her with my foot. And I just told you not to multitask, but it's my fur baby, so I got to. Anyway, scattered mode, it usually shows up as reacting instead of planning. Like you're putting out fires instead of working on priorities. Endless task switching, working from a giant to-do list instead of having a clear game plan. And here's the problem with that. When you're constantly reacting, excuse me, then your brain is stuck in survival mode. And there's no space for strategy or creativity or growth. So you might look busy, but you're not moving the needle in your business. And that's a problem. So let's change that, okay? Are you ready? I'm not getting a lot of action here in the chat, but I'm hoping maybe there's a lot of you watching the replay. And do let me know if you are tuning in. So strategic focus, what does that look like? We kind of know what distraction looks like. Strategic focus is not about having perfect routines or neat color-coded planners. It's about making intentional choices with your time and energy. It means knowing what matters most today, choosing one thing to focus on at a time, setting yourself up to win with your environment. So it's using your natural energy, not fighting against it. So let me tell you what it was like, that this looked like for one of my clients. We'll call her Lisa. That's not her name, but I didn't ask her, so we're going to call her Lisa. And she ran a growing business, but she was drowning in overwhelm. And she tried every planner and productivity app you can name. I mean, she tried them all. And once we removed 80% of her mental clutter and aligned her schedule with her energy peaks and built her day around focus sprints, everything changed. She felt like, she finally felt like the CEO and not just the employee of her business. And you can do this too. It's possible. It's just that you need someone to show you how. So I've got a 3-step framework I'm going to share with you today. And if you want more help implementing this, reach out to me and we'll book a call and see if coaching makes sense for you. I have a new coaching program. The entry level is very affordable. You'll be surprised. So the 3-step framework, and this is the practical part. It's a 3-step framework that helps even the most distracted brain get clear and take action. Step 1 is simplify your inputs. Now, you can't focus if you're drowning in information and options. So you have to start by decluttering your workspace. I've talked about this before, but a messy desk equals a noisy mind. So close the browser tabs, use one tab for your current task. Limit your to-do list. I always tell people, choose your top 3 high impact tasks for the day, not 30, just 3. Now you can have more on your list, but I want you to pick 3. High impact tasks mean things that are really going to move your business forward. And then turn off unnecessary notifications, digital distractions, Slack, email, everything. And then structure your day around focus sprints. So first you identify your 3 tasks. That's your first step. Second step is just to structure your day around focus sprints. And I've explained this in great detail in one of my talks that I give, but the brain isn't built for 8 hours of focused work, but it is built for focused bursts. So try this: work in 90-minute sprints, followed by a real break. Batch similar tasks together so that your brain doesn't constantly switch gears. and start your day with the one thing that moves your business or career forward the most. Let me give you a hint. It is not checking your email. It is not creating a social media post. It needs to be a high impact task, right? This is how you move from reacting to intentional productivity. So identify your tasks, 3 things, arrange your day around these focus sprints. And then step 3 is to support your brain. The best strategy won't work if your brain is burned out or overstimulated. So you have to support it. You have to know your natural energy rhythms. Are you a morning person or are you sharpest in the afternoon? So figure that out. You might even want to try body doubling, where you work alongside somebody, even virtually, to stay on task. You don't even have to be doing the same thing, but create rituals that signal start and stop to your brain. Use a timer. Those are great. And when that timer stops, that's your signal to your brain to take a little break, get up, stretch, walk around. So, reframing procrastination as a sign that you need clarity or structure is important instead of seeing it as punishment. If you're putting something off, it means that you need clarity, you need structure. Focus sprints are a great way to start. So here's what I want you to take away from today. 1, you don't need to become somebody else to be focused. You just don't. You don't need more hours in the day. You need more clarity. And you don't need to fix your brain. You just need to work with it strategically. And this is not advice just for ADHD people. If you've been operating in scatter mode, that ends today, because now you know what to look for, how to shift, and how to support your brain to thrive. And here's the truth. You are capable of incredible focus, even if you have ADHD. I have ADHD, and I've worked with these focused sprints. It works. Same with my clients. So you just need the right tools, the right environment, and the right support. So if you want help building a strategic system that fits you, I would love to connect. But for now, start by choosing just one thing from today to implement. Maybe it's choosing 3 things. Maybe you're going to start there, but keep it simple. And again, if you reach out, if you want to chat, I would love to help you and just see if it makes sense for us to work together. You got this. Thanks for tuning in, and I will see you next time.